together again, my mind hasn't changed. Unless I can trust you to do what really.
She grabs your...
Then let's go, Chief.
No, I haven't seen her yet.
We've braved the joy, and I lust for further adventure. What say you?
You're not quite certain you'll ever sleep soundly with Sabine in any sort of prox...
Speak, if you wish to. What use Fort Joy had has been spent. New hunting grounds wait across the sea, so by all means, let us sail. Home? There's no such thing. I hail from the land that was. The Kingdom of Fog. If ever I had a home, it has long since gone up in the smoke of death fog, along with so many elves. So, no home, except everywhere. The world is mine. It's mine because I say it is.
She looks at you,
Yes. You may bow before the Queen of the World. We, the Queen of the World, smile upon thee with favor. We dub thee Knight of the Needle. Arise, good sir, and wear your
She takes you by the hands and laughs heartily as you stand up.
How kind of you to play along. We won't forget.
She's super annoying. You sure you
The bell
want her?
can't be unrung.
Mm-hmm.
Hope you find something useful. You spoke, didn't you? Ha! I knew you would eventually.
eventually.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate.
Too late for that now, Red. The bell can't be unrung.
Yeah.
Stand down, Magister! Stand down!
Bishop Alexander lies supine on a bare wire cot. Though the bishop's white robes are stained with...
Hurts, doesn't it?
The door remains unmarked. The anguished face appears a shudder of...
I am some... Yes.
Just one more moment.
He clicks together two halves of some type of gauntlet sitting in his lap.
And there. Rescued. I'm a prisoner. That infernal Dallas. She kept me here to do her bidding. I've offered my...
He extends...
She used some form of dominance. Well, the situation... Why don't you tell me all about my valiant... I ought to continue what I'm doing here. Unless there was anything else. Took it. As I said, the Magisters left me weak. Dallas didn't tell me anything if she could avoid it. But I did overhear her practicing an ancient lizard dialect. Significant, perhaps? Lizards apparently have ancient magic that allows them to control slaves that bear their mark by singing a song. Dallas must have had an interest in those techniques. Oh, cast spells, tinker with relics, meddle with the laws of nature. All the sorts of things power-hungry despots love to do. She had me enchanted dead cat over there, so it would seem alive.
He clicks the gauntlet into place around his withered forearm, his eyes on you the whole time.
But that damn contraption that she used on me seems to fog... No!
His face
But come now. Enough of... I'm afraid I cannot tell you what I do.
He takes the cop...
Perhaps my memory will come back with time. But for now, I'm doing my utmost to be civil to you. I'm more than a sum of my...
Let the creature... Something tells me that he'll only bring us woe. But
Anyone who faced enslavement deserves our sympathy, not our...
He takes your hand in...
Call me Tarquin, and consider me at your service. I must admit, so if you should cross paths...
A pyramid? What on Rivellon is this for?
A teleporter pyramid. Only one way to...
Okay, I'll be right back.
Were those guards or victims?
Both, I fear.
Oh, this is heinously
Another pyramid. What's this? I found something.
I'm glad you decided to put that moment of doubt behind you. The last thing we need here is more unpleasantness. There's likely not a soul aboard this ship without secrets they'd rather keep hidden. Why should I face more scrutiny than the rest? Well, pardon me if I don't put too much stock in your feelings. Knowledge, facts, discerning, educated opinions. That's where I put...
This is heinously un...
What script is this? Whatever it is, it appears to be written in verse.
companion you need, I can provide.
You saw what I could not. It seems Malady is quite right.
To feel the rolling of the waves.
Oh. Hmm. Okay.
Killed the Divine's mewling spawn, have you? But we've got to move then. The order will be upon us soon. Indeed? Excellent. You've shown some ingenuity. Now show me more, and search every corner of those quarters. There must be a way to control this ship tucked away somewhere. Naughty lizards. Then I suppose that rune on the figurehead was a slave scar. This tome must be the song that controls it. Well done. Go on then. Sing it to the figurehead and get her to sail.
Her eyes suddenly flash a bright red.
Please spare me. If you want me to spare you. We need to move. Don't mistake me, Godwoken. The order is coming. And sing the song.
There must be something around here. Something we're missing.
Void Slayer, Worm Killer, Godwoken. You have many names. Let's add ship's captain to the list once we get this thing moving, shall we? I won't let the Fallen be forgotten. I'd be no better than Dallas, no better than Alexander, if I just tossed there to think that whelp spawned from greatness. He deserves no better fate than his silent monks. All this blood, children ripped from families, seekers ripped from me. He's down there now, guarded like some... Amazing to think those of us in the Order once assumed the gods were with him, and only him. That was before we found the others. Ah, we must have comrades in common. The Seekers were once part of the Order, my friend.
When Lucian died, we waited. Yet Alexander never rose to divinity. And then we started to find more like him. More Godwoken. And we weren't the only ones looking. A killer had marked them too.
The Seekers were born. We found Godwoken, housed them, fed them. I loved them like family. I was naive. But let's leave the past in the past and reach for what's ahead. She's not exactly a Seeker. She's not exactly an elf either. Half demon, Meister Siva says, and I don't doubt it. I don't know how Siva came to know her, but Malady's a proper ally. She's not easy to like, but there are times I admire her coldness.
Gareth fingers the hilt of his blade. He stares at nothing in particular before turning his gaze back to you.
Driftwood, of course. Meister Siva's there too. She held the Seekers together when we had every reason to fall apart.
He narrows his eyes, yet doesn't say anything.
Think of her as a teacher. The powers of the Seven stir in you. She'll reveal them to you. Show you how to manipulate them.
Keep Lucian close, Godwoken.
May the fallen rest easy in the Hall of Echoes.
Gareth pauses, then...
A mistake was made. That's all I have to say on the matter.
Keep Lucian...
Speak if you wish to.
Pray to you for my seeker. Be careful around the figurehead.
Her eyes...
Thank you. Blessings to our four.
Before you is a towering figurehead carved in the likeness of a dragon. It looms over the bow, its fangs bared at the open sea. The deck beneath you groans and trembles, like the ship itself is awaking from a slumber. A deep sigh emerges, unmistakably the sound of a living being.
You are not the witch. You are not Dallas. You sang the song. Now you must decide my fate. Are you to be my new master? Ask. I am here to serve in all ways.
The sails overhead billow outwards suddenly. The sun is blocked, momentarily casting the dragon figurehead into shadow.
Magisters, they razed sacred elven lands and uprooted ancestor trees from the earth. I was one of them. They tore me apart and turned me into this monstrosity.
The creaking of the ship eases into a contemplative silence.
Once, I was an elf. I passed away and was reborn as an ancestor tree in a beautiful forest surrounded by kin of both flesh and root. But that time has passed. I saw that forest reduced to a dead place. Then I was taken away. My memories were lost, like the leaves from my branches.
The creaking of the ship beneath you ceases, as if it were awaiting your decision with bated breath.
You are kind, but I can never be free again. Not truly. I am a vessel and must be guided. Let me take you wherever you wish. We can depart as soon as you are ready.
The ship's awake. Good. Is she ready to sail? Dying to hear them. Meister Siva is one of a rare breed. She'd do anything in the name of a cause, and her cause happens to be you. She's desperate to meet a living Godwoken. She'll be exceedingly pleased we're en route.
There is no time to spare. We have to put this island behind us. no time to spare. We have to put this island behind us. There is no time to spare. We have to put this island behind us. The ship is awake. We have to make good on our escape. Our sacred ancestor traits, turned into the slaves of warmongers. The ship is awake. We have to make good on our escape.
We'd better not leave her waiting. She's a bit particular.
The ship is awake.
A place called Driftwood, host to putrid fish, putrid dwarves, and Meister Siva herself. You'll probably find it quite comfortable.
No time to spare. We have to put this island behind us. The sea awaits. There is much is awake. We have to make good on our escape.
Well, what
A slow, toothless smile.
to Driftwood, then? It most certainly is. Forward.
With the sun on their backs and the wind in their sails, the Godwoken watched Fort Joy shrink behind them. But their capture of the Lady Vengeance had not gone unnoticed.
I respect your mettle, sorcerers. You steal my ship, kill my bishop, and ally with demons. But you have no idea what you're really dealing with.
We are ready, mistress.
Yes, but are they?
I swear, mistress. I swear they'll perform admirably.
Very well. Show me. Goodbye, sorcerers. This is my ship. I won't see it taken from under my feet. You, act!
Yes, mistress.
Murderers!
Oh, for the love of the void. Listen up. We can't win this one, but I can get us to safety. You'll need to buy me time. Show us what you can do, Godwoken.
Godwoken? Parasites, rather.
I'll take care of it, mistress. Let's make that fire in you more than just a metaphor, shall we?
That's burning. It's like a bomb in my belly, ready to burst.
These idiots before we all die. Defend me or die. Hold them off. I need more time.
You will not take me again, Dallis.
idiots
Is it
before we all
crashing?
die.
Is the game crashing?
Stop her! Get over here and stop these idiots before... Don't stop. It's working.
She'll either be for won or lost, but by the time she does.
Here's a rather explosive little trick I've learned. Let's see how it suits you.
It's like a bomb in my belly, ready to burst.
Bend me or die.
Focus! Stop her sorcery!
Almost there. A little longer.
Stop her sorcery!
Damn, I'm good.
Oh, okay.
With the help of the half-demon Malady, the Godwoken escaped through the veil that separates life from death.
Yeah, man.
The air here has a familiar smell, like the place you grew up. Old memories begin to well within you, but the sweet sour smell of decay suddenly punctures them. A faint creaking sounds in the distance.
Is that a tree? What's hanging from it?
This looks so cool.
Must be a way across. Relic? The gods. Are they dead? How can this be?
Ooh.
Ralik hangs limp from the tree, cursed branches constricting him, snake-like from foot to shoulders. His helmeted head hangs slack at his side, but a barely audible wheeze rasps from his lips.
Ifan. Hurry.
As the cursed branches slither away from Ralik, he raises his head. Green eyes glint with sudden fire from behind his helmet.
Are we the first? The others, do they hang still upon the tree?
He strains at the ethereal ropes that bind him, resisting their grip.
You must make haste. I am bound, but not defeated. Not yet. This is not the work of fate. It is the work of the void. It will come for our people. It will destroy us all. You are my chosen. Now you must become the champion of our kind. The champion of humanity. I have survived our enemies. You must do more than that. You are like me, proud, headstrong. But believe me, there is a great deal more you must learn yet. You have already unleashed some of the powers locked within you. But there is a great well of possibilities still untapped. You cannot stop until you ascend to the highest heights of your power. You cannot stop until you become divine.
He opens his mouth to respond, but stops and tilts his head, listening for something you cannot detect.
I hear the void. I hear it calling. I hear it laughing. It's coming! It's here! If it finds you here, if it finds you!
Ralik's face twists in fear. He opens his mouth as if to scream, but no sound comes out. White-hot cold pierces your heart like a blade. You are frozen to the spot. The burning cold pumps through you like a curse, and then...
What's happened here? Where is everyone?
The same troubled look is visible on each face. You've seen the gods beaten and defiled, strung up as a warning.
I had dreams of what I should say if I saw the Seven Lords once more. But that was a nightmare.
Gods, schmods. They aren't interested in me, and I'm not interested in them. It seems whatever's inside me is more powerful than any of them anyway. Or at least more cunning.
What can yet be blessed, can yet be restored. One way or another, Divinity will survive. Through all of you, and all of me.
This place is strange. I cannot bear you away from here. You must find other means so that we can leave. The one who brought us here. The demon that wears the face of my kin. Only she can set the course back to the land of the living. She is here still. I can feel her. Death washed over me as we entered this place. I felt many lives extinguish in a single moment. But others still draw breath. They are sheltering below decks.
Hidden away somewhere, safe from the storm, I hope.
Not a soul down here. Just stillness.
The Red Prince's spirit stands bewildered, his spectral eyes beleaguered by disbelief.
Oh. Oh, the prince and the dwarf.
Not right now. Come back.
Where have you been? I can't keep this up much longer. We need to go. There's no time. I can't hold us here. Brace yourself. This might hurt a lot.
The chill of the Hall of Echoes clung to the Lady Vengeance as it returned to the shores of Reaper's Coast. The Godwoken were alive, but what of the gods?
Solid ground materializes beneath your feet. Your weight falls back into your body all at once, and bright sunlight stings your eyes. As your eyes adjust, you realize you're still aboard the Lady Vengeance. A gust of fresh sea air caresses you, and warm sunshine prickles your skin.
Oh, one moment, please. Oh, just a moment.
Malady explodes in a fit of retching that racks her body. At last, she sneezes and expels a glob of something shiny and silver onto the deck. It wriggles quickly off the siding and plummets into the sea with a splash.
Ah, better. Let's not do that again anytime soon. Hmm? Well, we needed to escape, didn't we? So I took us the one place I was quite certain Dallas couldn't find.
Yes.
I suppose you recognized the Hall of Echoes from those visions you'd had before. Realm of the dead, realm of divinity. I do hope you learned something useful on our little field trip. Desperate how? Oh. 1, spooky magic. 2, only half a demon, actually. My mother was a bitter elf named Loda. 3, just a bit of leftover effluvia from the spell. 4, more than I can count. 5, something too horrible to mention by the light of day. And now that I've answered every question a sane person could conceive to ask of me in this moment, let's carry on. What did you see? I see. So, your god seemed uncharacteristically frightened, told you the void was coming, and that only you could ascend to divinity, after which you felt a cold deep within you. Well then, it sounds like you need to ascend, doesn't it? And quickly.
She inspects her fingernails with great attention, then looks up at you from under an arched eyebrow.
Did they mention how you were meant to become the next divine? Oh, what confidence you inspire. Luckily for you, Mama Malady is here to help. We already know you can bless, but as far as I know, you can neither see source nor take it as you see fit. I may not know much about divinity, but I do know that any godwoken worth their salt will know how to perform all these oh-so-fantastic feats. You need to go see the Meister. As have I, but not in the ways a true Godwoken can. Forget those ghastly little jars and wands to which small people must resort. You ought to be able to see and speak to the spirits that wander our realm, and you ought to be able to extract the source they leave behind, too. All this just by your little old onesie. No devices, no gimmicks. When you're done, you'll be able to amass and unleash quantities of source so great that Lucian himself would blush. I quite look forward to seeing it. She's got one of those things in Driftwood, you know, the building where people go and they do things inside of it. Home, that's it. She's got a home in Driftwood. Give me your map. There you are. Tell her I sent you and she'll handle the rest. You're at the beginning of a long journey, Godwoken. Long, but exceedingly interesting. Now, I must be going, and so must you. Shopping. Why, our faithful little sloop, of course. We can all ride together. Won't that be terribly fun? Before you go, if I'm not back by the time you find out where our journey takes us next, you can call me back here. Tell the ship. She'll know how to summon me. And in the unlikely case you don't manage to do whatever it is you'll need to do to become what you need to become, you could call me, but I would be grateful if it doesn't come to that.
Yeah.
Hail, friend, and remember, in Lucian's love there could be no wrong. You are either naive or ignorant, Godwoken. Lucian overcame the demon of lies to become our savior, our father of truth. Malice was not in his nature.
Gareth relaxes. Inhale. Exhale.
It's only human to question. But you must also find your way back. Not just for you, but for everyone that relies. In those moments of doubt, I remember not what Lucian said, but what he did. When the Black Ring rose up, he stood for the defenseless. For all of us. For my mother. My father.
Gareth's nostalgia lasts for just a moment longer. He composes himself, clears his throat, and waits for your next question.
Paradise awaits, my friend. Not an actual paradise, of course. I don't think there's such a place in all of Rivellon. Paradise Downs. My parents still sow the soil there. And if the Order hadn't called me to its ranks, I'd still call their farm my home. I miss it. I miss them. They've been forever understanding of my duty. But I admit, I've been neglectful. I have some wrongs to right.
Hey, before we dash off into the wild world yonder, I should mention, Malady and I had a talk on the way here. Oh, you know, this and that. And she mentioned that the thing in my head is probably a demon. Told me there's a fella not so far from where we're headed who might be able to help me with it too. I know, it's great, exciting, terrifying. A heady mixture of all three that makes my stomach feel like it's in a vice. We better get a move on. You've got your business to handle, and now I've got mine.
It's rather impressive that a place named Reaper's Coast is even less cheerful than it sounds. Then again, I suppose desolate, boring, and covered in fish heads coast doesn't quite roll off the tongue. Still, here we are. I trust I needn't remind you about our agreement. Yes. I feared you may have been thinking about cheese or murder or some other organic hobby. Listen closely. It is vitally important that I gain access to the Magister's cave excavation in the nearby Black Pits. Since my emancipation, I have sought clues of what happened to my people. In those caves, I may find answers. There are reports Magisters have been hauling mysterious ancient artifacts from the ground. I suspect it to be an eternal site. And if even the clucking roosters of the Divine Order can find eternal artifacts, imagine what else must lie there. Well, I would hardly have to break in if I knew that. There may be tablets detailing the history I've missed. Useful relics or ruins showing signs of destruction. Just any hint to help me make sense of it all. In a sense, the lady, or the goddess, Armadia, as you know her, told me the Eternals were wiped out in a war with our king. But wars leave scars, ruins, weapons, bodies. A story writ large across the landscape. I have not read that story. And until I have seen it for myself, I still hold out hope. But of course, please, carry on.
Found yourself a teddy bear, did you? Found yourself a teddy bear? But maybe you can resurrect them later. When Thane shapeshifts, does he take on any new skill or attribute? Okay. I like the conversation about the mating ritual. Are you propositioning me right now? Settle down, Faye. I hate the your sorceresses wands. Like they're just short and chunky. It just I liked the talking masthead. That was really cool. I liked the talking like masthead, figurehead. That was cool. The ship. Yeah. 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 And the lizards can control them with music. Song. Hmm. Okay. Morning person. This staff is kind of crazy. It's like a crutch. I've never seen anything like that either. I don't know. That's why I was laughing yesterday though, like no matter how fat you make him, he's still got like an elbow or an ankle out. You can make yourself ambidextrous. Pet pal? Is that like some furry thing? Oh, okay. Hmm. Yeah. Mm.